Hi, Koopa here, and it appears to be that time of year again. Like I said, went to a local Walgreens, and I was just like going to go and pick up some soda, and lo and behold, I go in there and Halloween decorations everywhere, and I was just like, oh, it's that time already. Oh, that's cool. I mean, because this is my fit. You down, and as I was saying, this is one of my favorite times of the year. Um, I've always been a big fan of Halloween. Halloween is pretty much my favorite holiday of the year. And um, but then it dawned on me, and I got back home and went to check the time, and sure enough, it is September 2nd. You know, and then I remembered a whole nifty little thing. In order to properly for stores to properly display their seasonal spirit, they have to do it a month early because it's not just enough to show the spirit for the spirit, and that yeah, we do celebrate this holiday and stuff, but we also have to make a buck at it. So, and like I said, that disappoints me, um that it's become so commercialized. um I mean, it's just, it's really, really ridiculous because of the fact. Excuse me. Yes, I'm getting to that. All right, but you get back down. Okay. So, and yeah. Um, I remember when I was a kid, and Halloween was to me just it was a time to be looked forward to. I mean, not only was it fun and you got to get candy, but you also got to dress up, do something different out of the norm and whatnot. It was just one of those things that it was definitely something to look forward to, and then there were all the cool Halloween horror films that came along, which my mom would never let me see, but I saw anyway, you know. Um, I'm not seeing a lot of that anymore, and I think this is just due to the commercialization and merchandising schemes that are evolved along with Halloween. And that's really a shame because I mean, when you got little guys that are sitting there hoping for something cool to happen, and will you stop that? And I mean, when they're like looking forward to it and they're wanting to get a chance to get out and just have some fun, and you have to go. It's like, well, hold on a minute, little Timmy, let me go and check to see what the trick or treating times are. Trick or treating times, seriously. And on top of that, I mean, where's a lot of the spirit? I mean, I know Halloween has its origins back to, I believe it's Samhain, and there's also the other name for it, All Hallows Eve, to where it was a celebration and also a way to keep the evil spirits at bay. The whole tradition of costumes, if I remember correctly, was to dress up like various ghouls, monsters, ghosts, things like that, and it would confuse the monsters and other supernatural entities running around that you were one of them, you know, and that's a pretty good idea. Let's confuse them so that way they can't tell who's human, who's monster, and we'll get through this night a whole lot easier. And that's where Halloween basically made its journey up and became what we know of it today. Now, some genius in some marketing company somewhere decided it's like, hey, I have an idea. I know it's probably a candy company. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Hershey's or something like that. I don't know. There's lots of candy companies out there. that let's encourage people to give treats to kids coming by, and we'll charge an arm and a leg for big bags of candy that under normal circumstances you could probably buy a bag of equal size and still and probably save yourself a bunch of money. But it's Halloween. We got to make a buck. And this is one of our bigger seasons since we're a candy company. Ugh. And then we can't forget about the merchandising, because as my little bud here who keeps crawling up says, keeps showcasing and whatnot, this is Ed. Ed is a zombie. And, I bought him specifically for that reason because he is a zombie. And he's just this cute little toy who, I mean, he doesn't really do all that much other than be annoying and whatnot. He's got a little button here on his hand that when you press it, I mean, his eyes will light up and he'll say stuff. You know, and the fact that he's a zombie, so rawr. Um, I thought it was a cute little thing to pick up, and you know, this little guy. I mean, he's kind of broken now. He did have little motors that when you turn him on voice on sensor, that if anybody got near him, he would activate. And he had his arms would move, and he would crawl after people. And stuff does not work on a carpet, so remember that. $10. $10 for this little guy. You know, and he was at the time he was the cheapest thing for me to pick up. I wanted to pick up like a just a what looked like a styrofoam gravestone. All it said was like R.I.P. and there was space to write on it. Not gonna pick, that was $12. And speaking of that, I only had like about 10.50 in my pocket. Um, and it was, you know, and then like other little thing like there's a candy bowl I saw that was kind of cool. That is all it is like a hand sticking out of the bowl. You fill it with candy, and anyone tries to grab the candy, the hand like bends down and whops their hand. That was 20. you know, um, like I said, it just the spirit is. I mean, the spirit for the holiday is still there, but God, it just seems like they're trying to do their best to stomp it out. And that, like I said, that is very disheartening because for like me, like one of the funnest Halloweens I had actually took place 2 weeks before Halloween, when Halloween 4 was in the theaters. This was years ago, and me and a bunch of my friends, we went to go see Halloween 4. We got in costume, and we just got in there and we had a blast. I mean, we were just like in there. We weren't being like really noisy, but I mean, we were having fun. We were laughing at some of the absurdities in it, and I mean, throwing popcorn at the screen, stuff like that. I mean, this is the type of stuff that I actually found in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you know, and that's part of the stuff that I look forward to in the Halloween season, you know. But it's really hard to do that because when all you look around is you see the commercialization, you don't see no originality, you don't see no creativity. And so, I mean, I'm willing to bet that I'm going to see on Halloween that I'm going to see Mad Hatters and Alice's. Maybe if someone's creative, they'll have like a Jason bouncing around because there's a remake, you know and stuff. Um, I mean, hell, like I went as a zombie more times than not because doing a zombie is easy. I mean, first off, the zombie is like one of my favorite monsters. He is the everyman monster. He is the blue collar monster. Anybody can be a zombie. Not anybody can be a vampire. Vampires are very, very picky, and they got that whole romance thing attached to them and stuff, and they look for specific traits and qualities to make, for a person that they want to make a vampire, you know. Zombies, on the other hand, are not picky. You look tasty, so therefore you become a zombie if the zombie can catch you. And the zombie costume is a really really easy one to do. I mean, you tussle up your hair, you get some ratty clothes, you take some paper mache, some gray, green, and black food color. Make sure that gets on there nice, and after you got it put on, instead of put a couple tears in it, uh, take some red food coloring, bam, instant zombie. You know, and as long as you act the part of a zombie, you're good to go. And it doesn't cost no more than like maybe like $5 to make the costume. You know, because you've probably already got all the stuff at home necessary to make it anyway. So, but like I said, it is just. I mean, I'm glad that Halloween is on its way. I'm really, really, happy to see the decorations are up and stuff. But I'm also disappointed at the same time because I'm going to be seeing in a month now. I'm going to be seeing Thanksgiving decorations come up. And like I said, that's another one where it's like as the holidays like 2 months away, and you're already putting decorations up for it. You know, um, but hey, I guess anything to make a buck, right? So, anyhow, so um, for everyone out there, happy upcoming Halloween, and I'll see you all later.